Hi, and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show. We are doing it remotely today because it's a bank holiday Monday over here in the UK. Of course, New Year's fell on the weekend, so it's a bank holiday. And it's been very painful this morning, but we have managed to hook Ty up, right, remotely. After about half an hour of showing him how the technology works, which a little kid would be able to do in about 3 seconds. He eventually got here. But thank you. Right. Wait a minute. Big it up, everybody. Don't forget this video is sponsored by Boohoo Man. Don't forget you can get stuff like the t-shirt that I've got on here, my 2-pack one. There, White Yard, he's got the active wear on. I think, Ty, you got the active wear on. The active wear at the moment, we know we're in the month of January, and everybody wants to get into the gym. Make sure you check out the Boohoo Man active wear. Link is in the description below, and you can get up to 20% off. Guys, welcome along. I don't know, man. I did my transfer daily video this morning, and I said on it, I still feel gutted after the weekend. I mean, what a good performance by Arsenal, and yet still we came out on the losing side. Can't believe it.
Joke thing, robbery. Do you like robbery? I feel like, you know, funniest things. I've spoken to Liverpool fans, I've spoken to Man United fans, I've spoken to a few different football, even West Ham fans, and even they said that was a robbery. Like they like, you know, sometimes you can bias and be like, you know what, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's not fair. But in this situation, if you're really watching the game as a neutral and watching that, you would have seen that was an unfair result from Arsenal. We didn't deserve that because what we did, many teams haven't done to Man City. And what we did is we showed them no respect. That's what we didn't do. We showed them no respect and showed them this is our ground and we're gonna play you. And them youngsters played without fear. That's the difference. We took away you know what happened? We took away their game plan. Their fullbacks were out the game because they were worried about Saka and Martinelli. Throughout the game, because you notice we did in the early hours, in the early beginning of games, we did some passes out to Martinelli and out to Saka, and the fullbacks was like, like these guys are quick. We cannot push as far forward as we normally do. So that took away their game plan straight away, and then that fed into our game plan, which allowed us to push more on them and press them and keep them back into their half, and it was working. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like all right, Gabriel sending off was the turning point. No, maybe the penalty was the turning point, really, because it's like, how come they get a penalty and we didn't get a penalty? How come it even got to VAR, and what hours did he even got questioned? Did he even get checked? If there were certain decisions, Ty, that went our way and they shouldn't have gone our way, and then he evened it out, I could understand where maybe he evened out things because he felt like he made a mistake. He made no mistakes.
We agree, and we hear your frustration.
Halftime, sorry, Ty. Halftime, he went in at halftime and checked his emails and see that he just got a payment from somebody and decides that he's going to change the game at halftime. That's what he did. Halftime,
we can't say that. We can't.
What do you think of it, Ty?
You can't say that. Listen. Well, first of all, let me say Happy New Year again to you and to
man. Happy New Year gone, man. Third day of the year now. Happy New Year gone. Third day of the year. I'm not happy again.
AFTV to everyone, to all the staff at AFTV and Don Robin. Thank you, everybody.
Man, big up.
Yeah, right.
Waiting for the game.
Hard work.
The game.
And also Happy New Year to everyone at AFTV FC, and then thank you everyone for their hard work.
Big man, we lose. We got robbed.
Now the thing is, we did get robbed, and I understand. Listen, me and Robbie share your frustration, Yardi, but we cannot be saying about referees, and we have to be very careful about talking about referees when we say that, you know, they're sorry. Obviously, he got it wrong, but referees are allowed to make mistakes. It happens. What it should be, bets are made. Some accountability.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Is this Ty or is it your brother?
Who you be, man?
You're defending the referee.
Take off the glasses and the disguise.
You're defending the referee.
I'm not. No. I'm not.
You get a new job?
No, I'm not defending. No, I'm not defending them. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying, when things like that happen, listen, we're all upset, we're all annoyed, disappointed, but we also have to remember that everyone is human. And the only one that doesn't make mistakes without trying to be religious is God. So we all make mistakes. But what it is that there has to be some sort of admission of guilt.
Sorry to cut you, Ty. Do you know, that Man City got their first yellow card in the 94th minute of the game? There was players that played for over 90 minutes. Rob Holding came on the pitch in 5 minutes and got a yellow card. Explain that then, Ty. Seeing as they're allowed to make mistakes. You are telling me 94 minutes before one of them. I don't even know if the goal scorer, the right Roger by name, whoever scored, got a yellow card for taking off his shirt. Did he even get a yellow card for taking off his shirt?
He should have. He should have.
Exactly. And like, pay attention, them Rob way.
We can't defend.
I
can't believe that Ty defend referee, right?
I can't believe. You know what, Ty? Normally, you're on the case of the referees, right? And I'm
where's the clock?
Leave the referee alone. It wasn't the referee's fault, but I've got to say, listen, I've looked. No, one second, Ty. I've looked back at the game, and what I'd say is two things. Yeah, number one, on the ref, he spoilt the game. I felt we should, the first one, you can't blame the referee because I blame that on the VAR. First penalty, the first penalty that Arsenal should have got. It's a definite penalty, right? You can see Edison, he even looks guilty. You can see it in his face. He gets the player. He takes him out. That is a penalty. The VAR should have told Stuart Atwell to go and check. They didn't tell him to check. They should have and told him to check. The second one, again, that's not really Stuart Atwell's fault either, because Stuart Atwell tells Bernardo Silva, get up. Look at him. When it happens, he goes, get up, because he can see that even though there's a little tug of the shirt, the way he fell down on that, that is not a penalty. You've tried to play act to get a penalty. Get up. It's the VAR that then sends him and says, no, actually, go and have a look at this, right? That makes more out of it, right? And then once they send him to the screen and he sees that tug on the shirt, he's going to be like, all right, well, I guess I've got to give it because there is a tug.
So to me, the man for diving.
The problem is, no, but you know what? The problem is in these games, right, is the VAR. On the sending off, I blame, on the sending off and the general things around the game, I thought Stuart Atwell, he didn't give yellow cards and that to City, but he was very fussy when it came to Arsenal. I think the one with Gabriel, 50-odd minutes into the game, it is a foul. But I think most referees turn around and say, yo, do that again. You're on your last one now. Yeah. Do that again. You know what I mean? Because it was such a soft foul. It wasn't like he tugged him and held him and like that. It's such a soft foul. Most referees, but he sent him off and ruined the game.
The referee wanted to be the star player. The referee wanted to be the attention on that pitch.
Yeah.
Even with Martinelli. You know, see the man I shield Martinelli from.
Yeah, but I feel that the VAR in particular spoiled that game and ruined the game. And
of course,
this is a problem at the moment in football is, listen, referees on the pitch can make mistakes. My big problem at the moment is VAR. The way it's being run, the way it's been handled, the way, how you send him over to the screen to check one thing, you don't send him over to check another. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So I'm seeing it in so many. Yesterday, the game, the Chelsea game, Mane, right? How is that not a red card for that elbow, which we've seen Mane do many a time? He's done it at Arsenal before.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I could tell you why it's not a red card.
Why?
I can tell you why it's not a red card, because didn't Marcus Alonso elbow Hector and score a goal? That's why it's not a red card. Why is that a red card then? Marcos Alonso elbowed Hector at Stamford Bridge. Remember when Chelsea scored and the goal was given? That's why it's not a red card. So why should that be red card?
Well, I'm saying is basically, Ty, is there's an inconsistency at the moment with referees and VAR,
absolutely,
which was brought in to help the referees, is not helping it. It's making it should help, and I'm in favor of VAR. But at the moment, the way in which it's being run, it is ruining. It's ruining games because the game is so inconsistent. 1 minute send him over, next minute do another thing. That's clear and obvious.
VAR,
that ain't clear and obvious. It just seems to me
without VAR, we win that game Saturday. Without VAR, we win that game Saturday, hands down.
But anyway, let's focus. Focus on the performance. It was a good performance by Arsenal. I mean, Ty, you must have looked on that and said that
brilliant.
Those are the sort of performances we want to see. You there, Ty?
Absolutely. But the thing is, when I've go back to when I'm sorry. Hello. Can you hear me?
Man, they're on dial-up Wi-Fi.
Hello.
Dial-up Wi-Fi. I'm there on right now. I know.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh. Are you? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. The thing is, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending the referee. I'm just thinking that the thing is, we have to be very careful. I know that Yardy's joking, but we still have to be careful. Because even though we're joking about going around to the referees, it only takes a bit of that for people to say, look, they're saying it. You know what I mean? Because there's people that will take that seriously. You know what I mean? In other countries, I'm saying everybody makes mistakes, but there should be an admission of guilt. There should be something to say, all right, I made this, the referee made mistakes. That's what I think makes fans worse, because you're annoyed, you're angry, you're disappointed. But if the referees can say they've made the mistakes, then fair enough. Look at Steve Clark. Steve Clark got an apology from West Brom. Where's our apologies? How many years have we been messed up and no apologies? So that's what I'm saying. But I'm not defending the ref at all. But I'm saying everyone makes mistakes. Yes, the performance was fantastic, Robbie. And I think if we can play like that, if we can play like that, we can definitely get top 4. I think the only thing, I wouldn't say what we did wrong. I think, like Yardy says, VAR is a big thing, but I think possibly can go in the first half. Because when Gabriel goes through now, if he squared that, Alexander had a tap in, and the game would have been 2-0, and we would have been in a fantastic position. I think we'd have gone on to win the game.
I was saying two things,
that's
right?
The only thing, but I'm waiting for an apology.
Yeah, I was saying two things. The first thing I said was the referee, right? But let's put the referee to one side because it happens, yeah? It does happen. We're not the only team that gets bad decisions. I think the other thing, though, in analysing that game with Arsenal, that we've got to cut out is we're giving away these stupid penalties, right? Again, we give away a penalty. We did the same thing in the Man United game. We were playing well. We gave a good fist of it, and then we go and give away a stupid penalty, which we end up losing the game. On Saturday, again, another. Even though it's a soft penalty, what I mean? Be aware of the referee that's refereeing the game. You can see what sort of things he's doing.
That's true.
Why is Xhaka holding onto his shirt? You know what I mean? We've got to stop giving away these stupid penalties. We've got to get our discipline right in these games, and then we can get over the line against some of these big teams. If we don't, because the margins are small, you can't beat Man City with 10 men. It's hard enough to beat them with 11 men, right? 10 against 12 especially, right? So we've got to get our discipline right in these games, right? And we're giving away, I think we've had 100 red cards, this team. So it's ridiculous, right? And we keep giving away stupid penalties. Now, so if we can cut that out, and play like how we did on the weekend, yes, we can make the top 4. But we've got to cut that. Like when we go to play Tottenham, that game's huge. When we go to play Tottenham, got to not give away no stupid penalties.
Can't wait.
Every game of these big games, penalties we keep giving away.
To be honest, that even though we lost, I'm just more disappointed with how we lost by the referee's decision.
I'm like
the referee's decision. But watch overall that performance and even the reaction after from the players shows that this team believes in themselves now. I've been saying for the last couple of weeks that there's an identity that we see with them when they play. Yeah. We're starting to see a style of football at Arsenal now, which we can recognize and say, this is how Arsenal's playing. I mean, as I said earlier, like a couple of weeks ago, Lacazette is very key to the link-up play in this team as well. We see that. And it's just about carrying it on, and they are carrying it on. You understand what I mean? And
Yeah.
and I mean, people said, "Oh, it was only Southampton, it was only Sunderland, it's only Leeds, it's only Newcastle, it's only you can only play who is in front of you." All right, we know we should have got that victory on the weekend. We see what happened on the game third. However, the performance shows that
of course it is.
this is a different Arsenal to the Arsenal that went to City and lost 5-0. You understand what I mean? So we see the difference. And I think City noticed the difference as well in that Arsenal team, because they didn't approach us with that same way how they would approach other teams or how they approached us before. So we have made a big step forward. Credit to the manager, credit to the players for stepping up, especially during these times when, you know, Aubameyang has been removed from the team, and they have stepped up and said, you know what, unite together and we're going to work together. So big up to this team.
You want to ask you, Yardi,
right now.
Yardi, right? We obviously this week now we go into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Would you play the strongest team on Thursday?
Because it's against Liverpool, I feel like
because I would,
because we're not playing Tottenham till the 16th. So we
we do have the FA Cup. We have got an FA Cup on the weekend.
This is a semi-final. You understand what I mean? And I feel like this young team I keep saying young team because it is a young team. Yeah, you take away Lacazette and Xhaka, it is a young team right there. You understand what I mean? Let's be real. They are young players, all under the age of 24.
And not only that, Yardi, don't forget, right? There's going to be no Pepe, no Thomas Partey,
no
El
Neni. So you have to go
Listen,
we're in the middle of a transfer window now. The transfer window, we're at the middle, we're at the beginning of a transfer window. Players are going to be going in and out. So stick with the players you know are going to stay, and work with them until new players come in, new recruitments come in. I think go with a strong team. It's a semi-final. It's not. You know what I mean? Like it's a final. It's a cup. You know, let's go all out for this. Get these young players to lift a cup and carry on for the rest of the season. It's the first cup of the season.
Hey Ty, that dial-up connection you've got is that is the disgrace of the week. That dial-up connection you've got there. Look how slow you're even behind what we're saying. Look at him. All right, Yardi, give me your idiot of the week.
Idiot of the week. You can only go to the one and only Stuart Atwell. Stuart not well. Stuart throw him in a one well and hoping don't come out of that well no more. Yo, Stuart, you're not well to referee any games. Stuart, you should not be, serious. Fully done idiot of the week. Yes.
Dial up.
He's just responding to
what?
What do you mean, dial up? Why, baby?
It's
about 5 minutes behind. All right, now give me your boohoo man. Give me your boohoo man of the week, Yardi.
Boohoo man of the week. I'm gonna give it to big up Saka for getting the goal as well. You know what I mean? Brilliant game again from Saka. Yo, at one point they had the whole team defending him. Brilliant. But listen, even Stuart Atwell tried tackle Saka at one point. But listen, boohoo man of the week. I'm gonna give it to the Arsenal squad. You know what I mean? The whole Arsenal squad. You know, even Gabriel and Xhaka with the mistakes and whatever. Still, because the performance that they put in, even down to 10 players, they still put in a good performance, and it was just unlucky how the ball dropped for them to get that goal. So Arsenal team get boohoo man of the week.
Brilliant performance. And you know what I'm going to do is we end the show now. Thank you very much to Boohoo Man for sponsoring it. Let's see how long it takes for Ty to catch us up now.
Yeah, it was.
Ty, who's your disgrace of the week?
What? I'm level with you. What you're saying? This is Rodri.
Oh, brother. Which network is that for?
And he's enough for you in trouble. Can't condone what Rodri is a disgrace for what
I'll see you next week.
Rodri was a disgrace. Even to the Man City fans, some silliness after the game. They're disgraced of the